Hello, my name is Deasia. I'm from ELAPA's Black Student Union. And my name is Kenya, and I'm also from ELAPA's Black Student Union. And welcome to our 5th annual Black History Month Assembly. Please welcome Ms. Johnson to introduce our first act. Bienvenidos a la quinta mes de Historia Negra presentación. Demos la bienvenida a Ms. Johnson.
New Orleans is known for being the birthplace of jazz, for the Mississippi River, beignets, and princesses who turn into frogs, right? But one thing you might not know about New Orleans, they're known for something called second line. It's a type of parade that's more informal. People join in from the streets, they play trumpets, they play trombones, they play banjos, people wave their handkerchiefs and their umbrellas, and it's basically a party in the street. And to give us a little taste of that is Mr. Perez's 4th period jazz band.
that steeps deep into African history. A lot of genres we know and enjoy have deep-rooted Black history. One of the most influential genres being the blues, as it has inspired genres such as rock and roll, heavy metal, early jazz and pop, and even country music as we know now.
During the gruesome travel on slave ships, enslaved people kept their musical culture with them and even instrument making. When arriving in the Caribbean, cultures began to merge, and out of that we got our first variation of a banjo. This instrument that was once used as a cultural instrument began to be used in minstrel shows for white Americans to make profit. There are many cultural elements that were stolen and used without credit, but it's our job to make this known.
High school marching bands started way back during post-emancipation. Once given their freedom, lots of African American colleges started opening up. These are currently referred as HBCUs, which stands for Historically Black Colleges and Universities. Military style has highly looked upon and used as an expectation towards the bands that were started. Because of segregations, these bands grew independently and cultural based. During drumline began to inspire many artists, more predominantly seen in pop music. Beyonce herself even being truly motivated by this form of art.
The majorette dance style is a strategic mix of jazz, ballet, hip-hop, and African all in one. Majorette actually started in 1968 in Alcorn State University. It was used as a form of expression during times of oppression that led African Americans to be silenced. Today, majorette dancing is much more popular and widespread through HBCUs all throughout the country. Today, we have a majorette dance put together by Kenya Wilson. And accompanying them is the marching band playing Crazy in Love by Beyonce.
Hello, my name is Yoshi Jimenez.
Hello, my name is Genesis 18.
And we will be presenting Black LA. What is Black LA? Los Angeles African American History. I'll be talking about the Watts Riot Movement. In Los Angeles during the Civil Rights Movement in the 1960s, 1970s, racial tensions were high. In 1965, an incident involving a California highway patrolman racially discriminating against a young black nurse named Marquette Fry began as a traffic stop. Things escalated, turning into violence. Fry was arrested and a riot broke out. The riot lasted 6 days and involved violence, stores were looted, buildings burned down, and many people joined and died as well as 100 were injured. In the aftermath, the riot buildings were fixed, some improving conditions such as poverty, unemployment, access to resources, health services, etc.
were provided for the African American communities in Watts. Although it was one step from improving the lives of the Black community, the Watts riots were portrayed in the media as an obnoxious, violent event, also framed as a criminal or lawless event rather than explaining the background of the protest against the oppressive systematic inequality towards Black people. The riot was created for the violence of the
After World War I, an event called the Great Migration happened, where many families moved into cities. Los Angeles attracted the most African Americans out of any other city in the West Coast. South Central's Dunbar Hotel was built in 1928 and was considered a safe haven for the Black community due to its first-class treatment they were given and the Black energy pride it had. The Black jazz music was also a reason for its attraction. In fact, it was so enjoyed that it was taken and changed by white jazz musicians, and that style of music is now known as pop. After the Watts riots in the 60s and Nixon's controversial policies regarding legal drugs like cocaine in the 70s, many middle-class Black families left South LA and Compton. However, the musical traditions and South LA continued to evolve into genres of music like hip-hop and rap. Significant bands and artists from the genre like NWA and Kendrick Lamar got their start in Compton, representing the continuity of creative power in Black LA.
And these are some images of the Watts riots and the Great Migration. Thank you.
And next up, we have Torres' dance team, Rhythm Impact, performing Children of the World.
You're the Isaac.
And my name is Liz, and we will be presenting the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers were a party for self-defense, and they were the era's most influential militant Black Power organization. Its members confronted politicians, challenged the police, and protected Black citizens from brutality. The party's community service programs were called survival programs, and they provided food, clothing, and transportation. Rather than integrating American society, members wanted to change it fundamentally. The Black Panther Party was an African-American revolutionary party founded in 1966 in Oakland, California by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. Huey Newton and Bobby Seale were young political activists in Oakland, California who were disappointed in the failure of the civil rights movement to improve the condition of blacks outside the South. Their party's original purpose was to patrol African-American neighborhoods to protect residents from the acts of police brutality, but over time, its mandate expanded to include social programs. In 1969, a group of children ate a free breakfast before school. On the menu, chocolate milk, eggs, meat, cereal, and fresh oranges. The scene wouldn't be out of place in the school cafeteria today, but the federal government wasn't providing the food. Instead, the breakfast was served thanks to the Black Panther Party. The program's purpose was to fuel revolution by encouraging Black people's survival. From 1969 through the early 1970s, the Black Panthers Free Breakfast for School children's program fed tens of thousands of hungry kids. It was just one of many social programs created by the party that helped contribute to the existence of federal free breakfast programs today.
Free breakfast for school children was one of the most effective. It began in January 1969 at an Episcopal church in Oakland, and within weeks, it went from feeding a handful of kids to hundreds. The program was simple. Party members and volunteers went to local grocery stores to give donations. They consulted with nutritionists on helpful breakfast options for children and prepared and served the food free of charge. School officials immediately reported results in kids who had a free breakfast before school. The school principal came down and told us how different the children were, said Ruth Beckford, a parishioner who had helped with the program. They weren't falling asleep in class, they weren't crying with stomach cramps. Soon, the program had been embraced by party outposts nationwide. At its peak, the Black Panther Party fed thousands of children per day in at least 45 programs. Food wasn't the only part of the Black Panther social programs. They expanded to everything from free medical clinics to community ambulance services and legal clinics. For the party, it was an opportunity to counter its increasingly negative image in the public consciousness, an image of intimidating Afro-Black men holding guns, while addressing a critical community need. We got most of our information from history.com. We used the articles, how the Black Panthers Breakfast Program both inspired and threatened the government, and the Black Panther Party challenging police and promoting social change.
A meaning of nonviolence, with his life being taken by some racist. What is being done to us is what we hate, and what happened to Martin Luther King is what we hate. You darn right. We respect nonviolence, but to sit and watch ourselves be slaughtered like our brother, we must defend ourselves, as Malcolm X said, by any means necessary.
I'm Joseph.
We are talking about the significance of Black churches. The first African Methodist Episcopal Church in Los Angeles was founded by Biddy Grandma Mason, who was a real estate entrepreneur and was formerly enslaved. It is located in West Adams. As Henry Louis Gates Jr. states, Black churches were the first formalized site within African American culture during the time of slavery. Religion enabled them and their descendants to learn, grow, develop, interpret, and reinvent the world in which they were trapped. Religion helped expose the hypocrisy of their Christian country during the civil rights movement.
The churches were created because America was restricting their 15th and 19th Amendment. The churches were supported by black labor unions and fraternal organizations. Leaders of these groups were often attacked. This led to churches backing out of the movement. After MLK's death, the church became a main organization to help with problems both politically and spiritually. During the civil rights movement, AME churches were a space where people could organize and build support in the black community.
Thank you.
Hi! So next show choir is gonna perform, and we've had so many performances, but this one needs the most hype. We're singing Pass Me Not and More Abundantly, and we need you guys to clap. I swear it will make it better. Yeah. Yeah. So please enjoy, please clap along in tempo, I believe in you guys.
Susie. Today we're going to talk about civil disobedience. What is civil disobedience? Civil disobedience is a type of protest. It is when a person or group of people refuse to comply with a certain laws or that they can get arrested and challenge the law in court. The most well-known instance of this is when Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on the bus for a white person. This was something planned in advance so that it could be the face of the Montgomery bus boycotts, a 13-month boycott that ended in the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional. However, there was another person that did the same thing almost a year earlier. Her name was Claudine Colvin, and she was 15 years old at the time. She wasn't chosen to be the face of the movement. She had been pregnant at the time. Into our form of civil